Hello, coolers. Welcome to Barca Zone. And finally, the international break is over, and we Barca fans, we can't just wait to see the players banging in the goals again. And oh boy, it wasn't such a pleasant break for us. And now we are even hoping, because in the previous seasons, whenever Barca we are back from an international break, it just kind of seemed to disrupt and disturb the flow and the rhythm of our game. Normally, when we are on fire, we are on so much heat, it kind of affects us. So, me personally, international breaks are something I'm not really down for. But let's see, it kind of affected us too. And we've had series of injuries and upon injuries. And the worst of it all, these injuries, on the majority, affected our key players, our key third of the field. One of the areas we have been building since. And even when Barca was at its best, our glory days, we've struggled in this area. And I'm talking about our defense. It's been a subject of media and pundits criticism in the past, and we have suffered. And now, finally, we are cooking some serious defense this season, and these injuries hit us. This summer transfer, we have done well to bring in a lot of defenders because we concentrated lots on our defense. We brought in Jules Koundé from Sevilla, Andres Christiansen from Chelsea, Balde from the youth teams now getting so much game time, and it feels like a new signing already. We've brought in Marcos Alonso also as part of the Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Chelsea deal. We've renewed Sergio Roberto, and so we've also had another free deal on Hector Bellerin. Whilst adding these options to the already improving defense line of Araujo, Piqué, Eric Garcia, and Jordi Alba, we felt confident of competing at the highest level. We felt confident competing for all the competitions we are in this time. And to be fair, these defense have not failed us, and it's just reflected by the single goal we have only conceded since the start of the La Liga campaign. The injuries of Araujo, Kunde, and Hector Bellerin is quite detrimental to our defense. Now seems this exciting centre back partnership, centre back duo of Araujo Kunde will have to wait. But now it's not the time for excuses. Now is the time for the available defense to step up in the lines of those who have been injured and see if they can keep the goals away, because injuries are part of the game. So we got to move on. Now, a fantastic squad depth will have to be tested in these exhilarating but difficult fixtures. However, in attack, we are still blessed with options, even though we have Memphis Depay ruled out, also having sustained a hamstring injury, and midfield with Frankie de Jong also being affected with a hamstring injury. Well, with this game, Xavi could equal a La Liga record of 18 games unbeaten away from home, and this record is held by Pep Guardiola during our 2010 to 2011 era. Now, on the available squad, I believe Xavi will stick to our traditional 4-3-3 because that is a system we've been playing so far this season. And looking at the squad list, we have key absentees now. We have Frankie de Jong out, Araujo, Kunde, we've already talked about Hector Bellerin as well, and Memphis Depay. So I believe Xavi will still stick with his traditional 4-3-3, and we will have Test again in goal, who is doing tremendously well this season, and it will come as no surprise. Now, the defense, that is where Xavi will get his headache, especially in the right back position. He has already said during the pre-match conference that a left back could play there, or Mark Casado from the B team, who's a natural right back, could also play there. Eric Garcia has been playing or has played at right back before, but I don't believe Xavi will deploy him there because it's so much risk. But I believe Eric Garcia will play as centre back because that is the position he has been playing recently, and he has shown so much good form playing as centre back. Now, who partners him? Is it Gerard Piqué or Andres Christiansen? But I feel to give the nod to Christiansen and probably bring Gerard Piqué in if we are winning comfortably. I doubt Xavi will start a three centre back by testing the system in this crucial game. From the three left backs, I believe that is from Balde, Jordi Alba, Marcos Alonso. I see Balde to be the most versatile to play on either flanks. So if I see that this game Balde is not playing on the right back, then Balde will be on the left back. But if Balde is being on the right back, then I see Marcos Alonso to be on the left back. So, but I believe Balde on the left back, Garcia centre back, Christensen centre back, and Marc Casado on the right back will be a perfect system. But I don't know if Xavi will also be so much optimistic to trusting Marc Casado to give him his first senior team stats. But let's see how it goes. In the midfield, Frankie de Jong is already excluded from the lineup due to the hamstring injury suffered during the international break with Netherlands. That leaves Xavi to let Sergio Busquets make a return to the team by playing as pivot as expected. Due to the rotations already at defense, Xavi needs to stick with a system that he trusts to solidify the midfield so that the defense is not frequently tested. And I believe Xavi will go with Pedri and Gavi as interiors, with Pedri being the most advanced. This is a system Xavi trusts now. Depending on how the game goes, I believe Frankesi could be substituted in to get some game time. Now, moving on into attack, Lewandowski, the leading goal scorer in La Liga, selects himself to lead the attacking line from the center. Now, the attacking flanks are where we could see some changes, but given the fine form Rafinha showed during the international break with Brazil, he's likely to get a start on the right flank. However, he was involved in both games Brazil played, and Xavi could give him a rest and play Dembele on the right flank and Ansu Fati on the left wing. When I believe this game will be a wonderful game, and our defense being tested in a game like this, it will be hard to get a clean sheet, but I would really love if you're able to keep a clean sheet. I predict a scoreline of 1-4, a win to Barcelona. Thank you, coolers, for watching, and comment with your scoreline predictions in the comment section below. See you after the game for the review.